Hi everyone. I confirm that we have initiated a people's challenge against the unlawfulness of the Covid-19 laws. So first and foremost, let me say thank you to the 2,300 odd people who have generously donated to our GoFundMe campaign. Because without your support, this legal challenge would not have been possible. Also, it is fair to say that given the number of donators to this campaign, that this legal challenge is in the public interest. So, a little bit of information regarding the challenge we have taken. The plaintiff in this legal action is myself, Tracy O'Mahony, and the defendants are the Minister for Health, Ireland, and the Attorney General. We are represented by both a firm of solicitors and senior and junior counsel. Section 31A of the Health Act, as amended by the Health Preservation and Protection and Other Emergency Measures in the Public Interest Act 2020, empowers the Minister for Health to make regulations for the purpose of limiting, minimising or slowing the spread of Covid-19. It is under this authority that the Minister for Health has enacted into law regulations which have closed businesses, decided what businesses are essential and non-essential, restricted travel, stopped people legally being able to visit with family, closed churches, required the wearing of face coverings, and so on. The issue that we take with the Minister drafting and enacting all of these regulations is that we say it is in breach of Article 15.2.1 of the Constitution, as the Oireachtas cannot delegate its legislative function to the Minister for Health. We say this because Article 15.2.1 of the Constitution states, "The sole and exclusive power of making laws for the state is vested in the Oireachtas. No other legislative authority has power to make laws for the state." You will likely be aware that in Ireland we have the concept of the separation of powers. In this regard, we have three organs of the state who are legally required to remain separate and independent from one another in order that no one organ of the state has too much power. The three branches of the state are the legislature, which consists of Dáil Éireann, Seanad Éireann and the President, the judiciary, which is the courts, and the executive, which is the government. In summary, this legal action challenges the authority conferred on the Minister for Health, who is part of the executive, to make secondary legislation pursuant to Section 31A of the Health Act 1947. And we say this for the following reasons. A. It confers on the Minister for Health an unconstitutional power to amend primary legislation. And B, it confers on the Minister for Health an unconstitutional power to author legislation that is unrestricted by principles and policies. For those who are interested, I've included in the description box of this video a sample of case law and other material which supports the arguments we are making. This legal action has been initiated through plenary proceedings rather than judicial review, which is the process by which all other Covid-19 legal challenges have been initiated in Ireland to date, as JR is a quicker process. The reason we have opted for plenary proceedings is because we believe this to be the correct route, and in all likelihood, any JR Covid-19 legal actions, if successful at securing leave at the JR stage, would have been or will be referred back to the plenary route. Therefore, in going straight to the plenary route, we are seeking to avoid this delay. That said, this legal case could easily take 12 months or longer to come before the courts. And while we do not have control over this time frame, we intend to apply as much pressure as possible to have the matter heard as early as possible in the public interest. But donors must be aware that this legal action will not be concluded inside a short time frame, and there is no guarantee of success. This is the reality of the legal process in Ireland and a factor we have little control over. As regards funding, we have made every effort to spend the GoFundMe donations sparingly, and this has allowed us, in addition to this Article 15 constitutional challenge, to also engage a legal team to commence an anti-discrimination campaign around face coverings last week. In an effort to promote transparency, we are disclosing how the GoFundMe monies have been spent to date. 1. incorporating an NGO called the Irish Council for Human Rights Company Limited by guarantee, and administration costs associated with the running of this company, such as accounting, registered office, meeting rooms as required, etc. 2. Creating a website for the Irish Council for Human Rights, noting that although the creator of the website did not charge for her services, we still have to pay for items such as hosting, gravity forms, business emails, etc. 3. Securing Senior Council's opinion on the possibility of taking a broad constitutional challenge around the right to travel, assemble, associate, etc. 4. Engaging a firm of solicitors, junior counsel and senior counsel to prepare an opinion and proceedings in respect of an Article 15 constitutional challenge to the Covid-19 laws and provide full legal representation at the High Court hearing in due course. 5. Securing Senior Counsel's opinion on discrimination under the Equal Status Acts and Statutory Instrument 296 of 2020, face coverings in certain premises and other businesses. And 6. Engaging a firm of solicitors and junior counsel to represent 5 separate complainants in a face mask discrimination case. The entirety of the GoFundMe donations secured to date, so approximately €105,000, will have been expended once the above initiatives are completed, meaning that any future initiatives or challenges will require further support and donations to make possible. Both myself and the ICHR wish to explore and commence further legal challenges around the reliability of PCR testing, mandatory and coerced vaccinations, vaccination passports, right to earn a living, etc. But any further legal action will only be possible with your further support and donations. In my view, it would be ill-judged to have only one legal action in play, as if this action fails, we will have lost a considerable amount of time, which might make the taking of any other action unfeasible. If you would like to support us with regard to the initiation of further challenges, you can make a donation through the ICHR company bank account, a link to which is included in the description box of this video, or through the GoFundMe campaign. We appreciate that it has taken us a long time to reach the point of initiation of legal proceedings, and this has caused some to doubt our intentions or will to fight. To be clear, we have worked tirelessly since the publication of the GoFundMe to commence legal action. However, we have been met with many obstacles which we did not expect. That said, having initiated one legal action and having secured lawyers that are willing to accept challenges around the Covid-19 laws, we are now in a better position to act with more haste regarding further legal challenges. Finally, on behalf of myself, the ICHR, and those that sit on the Board of Advisors to the ICHR, we wish to thank you sincerely for your support, because you have made today possible. Thanks for listening.